Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mushoku Tensei, Season 1, Episode 21. Found Lilia and Aisha, and we rescued them, and it didn't require laying siege to the castle.
Yeah. It was great.
All right.
We didn't have to have Ruijerd and Ares commit mass murder.
Exactly, yes. Apparently, you know, just a model can do that. A figurine can do more than any amount of soldiers and warriors ever could.
Yeah, and this whole thing was something that the man god set up so that Rudius would trust him.
Yeah.
That he's like, even
if what I say gets you captured, you'll still be fine.
Right, but I can really help you here. But
right.
You need to trust me. And it's like, I don't trust him as far as I can,
throw his
if
he
weird
is even
ass,
a physical entity. Yeah,
exactly. So, sure. Take his advice with a massive grain of salt. But, so far, he does seem to be wanting to, at the very least, on both ends, make you like him, on the one hand, but on the other hand, potentially make you stronger.
Right.
Like,
so
make
far,
you more
the interests
capable.
are aligned.
So far, yeah. It's the whole warlock patron thing, where you're like,
Yep.
I'll absolutely.
I can get a lot of mileage out of this.
Get a good amount of power from you, but eventually, we're going to have to duke this out.
All good things come to an end.
Yeah. For now, though, the journey continues.
Yep.
We head further into the bigger continents, the OG, the
Central
OG
continent, yeah.
Central continent,
Yep.
yeah.
And now there's only one family member left plus Sylphiette to find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Zenith is somewhere out there, and we're gonna keep looking for her. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Whoa. Oh! Was that the dragon dude we saw earlier?
We're getting some in media res, potentially.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Oh, shit. Bro. Oh, shit. Oh. Sparring.
Oh, nice.
Whoa. Whoa! That was so cool.
And this is after the in media res of them potentially being dead.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
Recognition.
Yeah. Oh!
Where you pinch me?
Okay.
And for me, that's actually a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
But fuck, we're
yeah, that intro.
Ah!
Was that?
Look at the way he's like.
Was it just red or was that blood on it?
Shit.
That's crazy.
Oh.
I love how groups of dragons are called something as benign as a flock.
Oh, they're about to meet the dragon god.
I think so.
Classic. Look ahead.
Maybe use that that precognitive eye.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay. Okay, he's got someone with him.
Yeah. Shit. No greeting, no nothing. Oh shit. Did he just detect something on them?
Oh my god.
Did he just do that mentally?
I think it just...
Oh, the voice actor!
Yeah. That voice I recognize too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Orsted. Yeah, we haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude.
A level 20 character just walked past you.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, shouldn't.
Is he gonna figure out that Rudius is from another world?
I think he's starting to figure out that
Rudius
is like from another world. Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh wow. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh fuck! God! He's using his bare hands!
Yeah! Richard's not gonna die, right?
Oh god! Eris, don't try it. Don't try it.
Oh my god.
Don't try it. Bow. Just prostrate yourself. Oh no. She's gonna have to protect.
No!
It's fucking Eisen.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He couldn't do anything. He saw it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh
Dragon
my god.
Oh, Eris, come on, no! Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm a real spellcaster. What the fuck is that?
Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh wow.
Wait, the demon god? Now he's like, okay, now I have to
make sure you're dead. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Only thing I can think of is that this might be all a vision through the eye, maybe with the man god's help or something, but like, holy shit. Nanahoshi. No. Oh, she's just calling for anybody to help. Oh, she's gonna save him.
Yeah, it's they're gonna clue something in and then.
Whoa. Yeah.
And even here, he's got a hole in his chest.
Yeah. You look like a Hollow from Bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal there?
Oh yeah, and he's the one that the man god said was into reincarnating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whoa.
Gotcha.
Whoa.
Okay.
The gods are battling with their precognition.
Yeah.
They're distending themselves off of timelines and stuff to not be detected or something. Oh. Whoo! Shit.
Okay.
Whoa.
But he's not from this world.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Was Roy cursed child? Yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you were a hero. Yeah, no. Yeah, impossible.
Holding him back. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's your past?
Oh, that's the first, like, high definition look we've had at the man god's face there.
That's true. Well, see, I'm dead.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the deal offer. If you want to go back...
Right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yep. Did...
Holy shit.
So...
He's literally fully healed.
Now... It's possible that was Orsted, maybe. It could be the man god, but there was that realization.
Nanahoshi, yeah.
Yeah.
Eris might explain. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Huh. Oh. That was scary, yeah.
Soft punch.
Yeah. Very soft punch, yeah. Don't die like me. Don't die like that on me, yeah. Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the full episode.
There it
that went
is.
by so fast.
Wow.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, that was a turning point. Okay, Rudius, you've met another god in this world.
Yep.
The dragon god Orsted. The guy who was there on that mountain range when the cataclysm happened and was like, what the fuck is that? You know?
Right. And he has an issue with the man god.
Big issue. Big issue.
Okay.
This felt like some ReZero, you're an apostle of the witch kind of thing, and we kill you on sight. Like
Yep.
We don't fuck around. All you and your companions, everybody, you're dead. And almost there was a vibe I got that he sensed the touch of like the man god on him. Like there was nothing that gave him away.
Right, because
that was like apparent to us.
Right.
He just walked past him and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the only thing that could have been an outside sign for Orsted that could be like perceivable by anyone.
Afraid of him.
Exactly.
Or that he
right.
hated him, yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing really, that we know of. So it would just be Orsted's like crazy observances or whatever, right? With him knowing all of their names, but then not knowing who Rudius was,
Yeah, he feels like he has some kind of vision that is beyond just like seeing like the future or something, where he like knows where people should be in like timeline related stuff, because he's like, oh, Paul should only have 2 daughters. You shouldn't exist.
Because
and it's like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean shouldn't? Like, there's past, present, and future? Like,
right. Like, there's big implications from this interaction, of course, because of just the fact that Rudius died but didn't die and all that stuff, But of the things that we know about the dragon god Orsted, most of it comes from the man god,
which is now very tarnished information. Yeah,
but it could be accurate. It could be accurate. So, of the things that we know, the dragon god is, 1, powerful enough to potentially destroy the world, but 2, one of the earliest things we found out is that the dragon god is into the reincarnating stuff, right? Theoretically, that does not necessarily mean that the dragon god was the one who reincarnated Rudius.
Yeah, he doesn't mean he's the only person.
Yeah, right, exactly. I could totally see that being something where the man god tells Rudius something that is technically accurate, although the man god did say, I didn't reincarnate you.
Yeah.
So theoretically, the man god could still be telling the truth on that angle. The man god is this big mystery box.
Right, but then I would think that Orsted would know about Rudius's existence if he was involved in the reincarnating side of things.
So there's a possibility that it's some third party or something like that, and Orsted is just like, I don't know who that person is.
I'm gonna ask some questions.
Right, and maybe it's not something that he thinks about too much right out the gate, because there's, maybe there's a few hundred people in the world that he doesn't know about or something like that, right? Oh, this is just one of them.
Of the, 50 million people in the world or something,
exactly. But then Rudius also isn't scared of him and is asking him direct questions, and he's like, hold on, I know how my curse works.
You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
You're a living creature, so you that shouldn't work. Wait a minute. Hold on.
And then he almost knows, like, if I ask him this question, there's a very real possibility that he'll just straight up answer me.
Right.
Because he doesn't seem to know who I am either.
Right. And
like, there's a combination of being like, well, 1, you're afraid and, irrationally hating him, subconsciously for a reason that you don't necessarily know.
Yep.
But there's also the possibility that people can hate him, fear him, but also know who he is and have that wherewithal to be like, nope, we'll just let you pass by, sir.
Yep.
We're not gonna.
We'll do nothing.
Yep.
And I love about how the situation is set up before it goes badly. One, that we know it's going to go badly because of the stinger at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which was,
I was really scared it was going to be Eris that would actually.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Eris or Ruijerd. I thought that maybe Ruijerd could die because he's the one run. And then but with the way that the questions were being asked, right, and the fact that Orsted ends up saving Rudy after killing him, right. That's, he didn't actually die, but, doing the thing that would kill him in 2 seconds or whatever if he didn't save him.
I mean, they're high-level casters. I'm sure he has literal true resurrection.
That's fair.
As a possibility.
That is definitely on the table with stuff like that. But Orsted didn't really... He asked a bunch of questions, but he didn't look at the surface information.
Correct.
Rudius had no issue with Orsted.
No.
There was nothing about him where he was treating him suspiciously or as a potential enemy.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what's your name? This is my name. Like, if anything, he was being, like, cordial,
Yeah, in some ways, one of the things that makes me think Orsted is actually a good guy is typically what I've seen with high-level casters in fantasy stories like this that have some kind of precognitive abilities. Telepathy is right alongside that. It's casual. So you don't need to speak to them. They know everything about you. They know your intentions. He asked questions. He actually deigned to, in some ways, lower himself and communicate with the being. Condescend.
Yeah.
And by asking questions, there's an element of vulnerability in that. It waits for the other person to respond. Because he's probably also the kind of person that, has a curse that makes it so he literally can't have any kind of real relationship with any living creature anyway. And maybe Nanahoshi is wearing some kind of special mask to, like, ward off the effects of the hatred curse or something. Who knows?
Right.
The fact that...
that Rudy is actually talking to him regularly.
Yeah, it might have been a thing where he's like, ooh, this is actually intriguing. It's not necessarily an immediate sus thing of, oh, I might have to kill this person. It's the, wait a minute, let's see how this goes. I'm curious.
Right, because for a bit he was talking to him and just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll answer some of your questions. But then as it goes on, he's like, you can tell he's sort of like thinking about this and sort of putting pieces together, and he's like, something doesn't add up.
Yeah,
wait,
he's like,
you said your name's Rudius Grey Rat? Which Grey Rat line?
Yeah,
okay.
Paul? Oh, are
Paul
you at all affiliated with the man god?
Yeah, Paul shouldn't have any sons. He should just have 2 daughters. Anytime should is used as opposed to like doesn't, like
That's some fate shit.
You're right.
That's some like laws of causality shit.
I know how this world works and functions and everything, and not just that he doesn't have he doesn't have a son, but no, it's not in his. It's not cards.
In the role. It's not in the scrolls of timeless time.
Right, exactly. Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch, like kind of shit. So okay, and then he brings up the whole thing of the man god, right? And Rudius, in his like
naivete
and tendency to try and like
make friends with everybody,
and sort of like
he's like, whoa,
and like put that positive spin on things of like, yeah, he shows up in my dreams. Like he's probably thinking, oh my
god, I can actually talk about this guy to somebody.
This is wonderful. I've been wondering if I can actually share this with anybody. You know who he is. Okay, yeah, let's talk. Oh shit,
immediately.
Right.
Immediately. He's coming in for the kill.
Yep.
Fucking hell was it so hype when Ruijerd stepped in faster than even Rudius could actually like notice with his future sight.
Right.
To block the strike. And the thing is that what I love about the Dragon God thus far, very cool, but very what I would call not very ostentatious design or garb.
Minimalist, and it's,
he looks like a wanderer who happened to have dragon scales cursed upon his eyes and stuff, and thus maybe he has a dragon form that he can transform into or something. But other than that,
less is more.
He just seems like a guy,
that's like maybe
no weapons,
maybe powerful and regal and all of that stuff, but nothing like God level necessarily.
He's not like. I mean, I'm going to look back at his appearance here, but he's not trying to make a statement by his garb or the way he speaks with people.
Right. Nothing
he's not
in his
like bow when you speak to me or anything like that.
Exactly. Nothing of it is dressing to impress or anything like that. And he doesn't have and yeah, when he was interacting with Rudy,
actually, it looks like he's just wearing the same garb Eris is, but for a bigger guy.
Right, exactly. And yeah, like you said, he doesn't have that, bow before me. That's something that I really appreciate when that is absent, and when it is present, it makes it a lot harder for me to take the god being seriously, because why should they really care about what some ants think of them?
Right.
Like
he just walks past them like they don't exist.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
This is just another Tuesday. He's used to, no matter who they are, right? People just, oh shit, just wait until this nightmare, blows by, right?
I love that Ruijerd could tell that Rudius could theoretically move and was thinking about it, and Ruijerd had just enough sensibilities to be like, Rudius, don't fucking move, like stay still.
And holy shit, their pack animal ox or whatever freaking jumps off of the cliff,
killed itself.
Right, like that. As far as an introduction, right? Show don't tell, you know, and as far as to communicate how scary this guy is, not just with some character being like, oh, what is this spiritual pressure, but to just have an animal be like, you know what?
Fuck living.
Fuck living. This is the better option. I would rather plunge to my death than deal with
anywhere close to this guy.
Anywhere close to this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Point taken. Very well communicated.
Taken. But yeah, I get the vibe more from this guy of, oh shit, okay, gotcha. He's someone that is very much a a rival or a mortal enemy or just somebody who holds very different motivations about the world in general than the man god does, and thus the man god is prone to calling him wicked, and also this guy is prone to killing his apostles on sight. Which I love as a basically just a, we don't need to know why that is
or what apostles are necessarily
or what that is. We just know that's a thing. That basically says, okay, cool. If those two beings were ever in the same room, sparks would fly, powers of epic magnitude would be put on display.
Maybe that's why the man god only exists in those alternate dimensions. Right. So that the dragon god can't get to him. But one of the other things that I thought was interesting here.
Oh, that's great.
That has some benefits from a meta perspective in that he left. The dragon god left after this. If he didn't, that would kind of dominate the story.
It would.
Because you have this god being that shows up. The scene is wonderful, right? But how do we deal with, oh, no, sorry, we still need to find Zenith and Sylphiet after this, right? Like, that. It's two completely different scales. One that's very intimate, one that's cosmic, right?
Right.
But the fact that Orsted decided after he healed him, which came about because he realized that there was information he didn't have, right? Nanahoshi pointed out, hey, wouldn't it, and something was said that we didn't catch, right?
Yeah, like something's been bothering me.
Yeah, hey, Orsted, and the fact that they don't hear makes total sense because everyone's dying, but two, there's a blizzard going on, and, they don't necessarily want the information to be, heard. But if Orsted is such an enemy of the man god, but then he's like, you know what? I'm going to spare this person that I thought up until now was one of the man god's apostles.
Right.
I could see it being something where Orsted would want to then stick around and be like, all right, tell me everything.
But because he doesn't.
But because he doesn't, that's telling. I don't know exactly what it means, but
I have an idea.
It points in. It doesn't point in certain directions that I would expect it to.
I think it's the idea that Orsted has some means of keeping track of every living being on this planet,
and so he doesn't need to actually stick around. He just has Rudiger in his books now.
Well, no, now he has Rudius in his books now.
Or sorry, Rudius,
yeah. Basically, that he's now like cast his magic on him. So now he's like, you're right. There's a possibility, and this is the thing that I think here, is that let's say you've got two level 20 characters, right? And they're in this world. But the campaign is set up in such a way where you have these two level 20 characters that actually both have a mission, like a kill order of you have to kill the other, right?
Sure.
Thus, you both are going to deal with the problem of you can never really find each other.
Right.
It's a big world.
And if you do, then theoretically you could also die.
Right. So the best thing in this type of conflict is information warfare.
Sure. Proxies and all that stuff.
Rudius is the Millennium Falcon going back to the Rebel base.
Yeah.
So what Orsted might have done is been like, okay, now I casted some other shit potentially on him. The next time he interacts with the man god,
I will be aware.
I will be aware of when that happens, or
what dimension they're in, or
right, or maybe like I'll get to listen in on the conversations or something.
Because the one motivation thing that I could see of where Orsted wouldn't want to stick around Rudius too long is that if the man god can't see Orsted's future, but he can see Rudius's and everybody else's, then if Orsted is spending time with Rudius, that is time that the man god is able to observe Orsted.
Yes.
Right? Which he wouldn't want. And then there's the question of, does that counterbalance the potential information that he could get from being around him?
Okay, I actually think that there's a possibility that...
But I like your theory that you were talking
I think that there's a possibility that the man god didn't even know what happened to Rudius when he was there. Meaning that Orsted and them fought, and he still has no idea what actually did this to them. He's just like, oh shit, this is bad. What happened? And it's the thing of like, I fought Orsted, and he's like, oh. Now, that might not have been how it was actually supposed to be interpreted, but yeah, Orsted leaving fits into your theory of then the man god doesn't get more
any
info.
additional information.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, even in the questions that Orsted asks Rudy, if he had stuck around, that could have given the man god information of what Orsted needs to know, what he doesn't know, things like that.
Oh, maybe that's the other thing. Nanahoshi wears a mask to keep her identity secret so that people or beings like the man god don't have the ability to then
Makes sense, yeah.
use them as a proxy to get info on Orsted.
Because that was one of the other things that was very interesting about how some of the exposition was given regarding Orsted.
Right.
So, man god can't see his past, future, or anything like that. Okay, good to know. And he said, I can't see it now.
Yeah.
He also said that he's a cursed child, and this is one of his 4 curses. That seems like the kind of thing where Orsted would have been born with it, which I guess potentially is very lucky. But then we also got info that the demon god Laplace was able to transfer their curse to the Spurred through the spears.
Right.
So theoretically, like
Orsted could remove his own curses.
or potentially have acquired a curse from somewhere else
Yes,
in
right.
order to make it so that way nobody knows shit about him.
Right.
Right?
He willingly takes on curses.
Exactly.
And that's that's another perfect reason as to why he actually is a good guy. Orsted,
He steals away his power that could destroy the world with curses.
But he's the person that bears others' curses, potentially.
Oh, sure.
He's like, no, just give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm already hated by the world and what have you.
Right.
Yeah.
I can take it easy. That's
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket.
So I want to
Yeah.
throw out the trope that actually Orsted is the biggest tsundere grandpa. That's actually a semi-immortal being. That's
I
also
totally-
probably a dragon or what
Yep.
have you. But he's actually just a big fucking dork and softy. But everyone fucking hates him, so he has to deal with that fact. So he's like, I'll bear the burdens of this world.
Right.
I'm actually this world's last guardian.
Exactly.
Against the evils of beings like
Right.
Laplace or the man god.
I might not be the I might not be the hero that this world deserves, but I'm the one it needs right now.
Right, and remember that Perugius, the armored dragon king, who's probably then one of the greatest servants of the dragon god, theoretically, was one of the 3 heroes that defeated Laplace with Laplace's 12 servants. Now, those servants might have been Laplace's original apostles because of the number 12 here.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Laplace might have been trying to set himself up as this, evil new god figure.
Right.
And was basically like, no, you can't upset the established order of this world. We're going to send the dragon paladins in, and they're going to fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
But the idea then that sets up also the potential kind of thing of where Orsted connected and compared Rudius to Laplace because of the mana levels of his spell.
Which, by the way, the fact that he was able to cast a spell when he had just been beat to shit and his lungs were damaged and all of that stuff.
I think that was Rudius basically saying,
this is...
How fucking dare you hurt my friends? I will put everything I have into one attack. And I know I'm going to die or pass out, but this is all I can do. And he's like, okay, I'll prepare my ultimate defense ward of, I'm going to put your spell into a nether portal dimension of some
kind. And it still, cracked the object
and it's actually cracked
thing.
it. Because my man here, Orsted, he put that up while Rudius is casting. He's like, I'm not going to be able to use Disrupt Magic on this. It's too strong. So he's like, I'll prepare my whatever your spell is thing. But I'm also going to wait here until it comes because it could be a big deal. That was a cool little caster thing where the tempo of fighting when casters and casters fight is different than when swordsmen or Eris, for instance, fight. It's way more little movements and really fast.
It's very difficult to have...
It's more strategic, basically.
It's more strategic, but it's also something where setting up how casters fight in this world is very important.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of the things that were done here was done very strategically, not just from the standpoint of the fight, but within the context of the story. Because have we actually seen wizards fight up until now? I don't think we have. So the things like
a wizard on wizard,
a wizard on wizard,
like a sorcerer on sorcerer, like magic on magic.
Right. I don't think we've really seen that.
Well, it depends because
at most we might have seen little spells.
There's nothing that says a magic user can't use a blade. So the one who was up against Ghislaine for a little bit there might have been technically a caster.
Sure, but when I would think of magic users fighting magic users. I would think of either like the equivalent of like energy blasts going against each other, or like little bits of spells where they're essentially doing like fencing or melee fighting.
It's a rap battle,
but just farther away. You know? Sure. Yeah.
They're spitting lyrics at each other.
Right. But in this case, it was something where we showed that you could have magic that specifically just dispels other magic while it's being cast. We got counter spells, which I love.
He was concentrating it on it too.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
but Rudius was specifically trying to recast his fire thing,
and he's just constantly holding it there. He's like,
and it keeps fizzling out, right?
Because he thought probably, oh, if I crush his larynx, he's not casting.
Right. Yeah, the kind of silence.
Right, exactly. It's the whole Dorohedoro thing when you cut off their fingers and you're like, all right, cool, I don't have to worry about the caster anymore. Right. And the hand that's floating through the air like, pew, shoots a spell. You're like, what the fuck?
And then he's like, why aren't you just using your incantationless magic to heal your lungs, right? Because he's like, I know that you can do that, because I've seen you do it, but also, I mean, that's the
maybe
next logical step. Oh yeah, totally, right. Like Orsted is totally thinking like, you're an apostle of the man god.
I'm taking you seriously.
So I'm taking you very seriously, right?
Right.
And Rudius is just like, fuck, like what is this? But the fact that, like you were saying, the final spell that Rudius was going to launch was enough to actually be something that was a problem for Orsted. I love that because it introduces an element that could make things very tricky whenever you're fighting wizards.
Right.
Totally different story, but something that used a similar thing as a plot point in the Dresden Files novels. There's this idea of a death curse where if a mage or a wizard is about to die, they basically say, well, okay, who cares what it does to me? I'll just throw everything into fucking the day.
I'll expend my life force or my soul into
right, exactly. To just screw over the person who killed me, right?
Right.
And that would be one of the ways that wizards would kind of be in this Cold War of not messing with each other too much.
Where they try to incapacitate each other rather than kill them.
Right, exactly. Because if they do, that's a card that the person can play to be like, I'll take you down with me, right?
Right.
So the fact that this is something that Rudius can do and was ready to do, that's wonderful from a character standpoint, because he is absolutely, when he was originally introduced in the story, he was not the kind of person who would do that, right? So it shows how much he cares about his friends, but then also for potential future conflicts, that's really cool.
It's very cool.
That's just, I want to see how that would get used.
Also, because this anime slaps so fucking hard in the visuals and what it basically tries to portray visually for the story, I want to bring up that he had 6 phases of his fireball that he casted. Meaning it could have started out as a beginner, and by the time he full casted it, it was an Imperial level spell.
Ooh.
Because they have 7 ranks of magic, and he went through 6 basically total colors that he went through there.
I totally didn't catch that.
I just went and checked again.
No, but I thought that was just something of the fire's getting hotter because it went from orange, the blue, white,
green.
but then it kept going. So that's holy shit.
So I think this was Rudy's strongest offensive cast he's ever made, and it's something where he could tell, Orsted could tell. He's like, oh, he's going to long cast something. Okay, I won't be able to disrupt magic this. Cool. I'll bring up my classic defense thing here. What was it? The dragon wormhole? I thought there was almost a pun on it of it being a wormhole,
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah, what did he call it? Front worm gate.
Also, I gotta say, I absolutely adore anything with spell casting that involves physical aspects of the spells being cast.
That are summoned or what have you.
Summoned or resources or ammunition that's being used.
Yes.
Glyphs,
spell components.
Glyphs make me horny, right? So I'm sorry, but
it's like it's in you,
Yeah, it's just that shit is so cool, right? So the fact that he had something like that's basically a glyph, but it looked like it was an actual item, a specific item that could be lost, destroyed, whatever, right? That is tangible, that formed the outside glyph essentially for his defensive barrier. Oh my god, I love that so much.
Yeah.
But and then and the other thing that I love about how this episode went is that we started the episode with showing how much Eris has grown and all of that stuff with the fighting, and you're a true warrior.
Which is the perfect buildup because we did see them all unconscious or bleeding out.
So we know where this is going. But like, it's really easy, I feel like, to have a new badass character that's like the power ceiling that comes in.
Yeah.
Make the other characters feel less cool because they were so cool, but then they just got punked, right?
Right.
This was not the case here.
Nope.
I love how this show makes it so that the martial characters on the various different levels of capabilities feel fucking awesome.
They feel so cool, yeah.
And their fighting skills don't turn into just I swing my sword and it's a Tensho, right? Yeah. Like it's like they're actually doing like crazy martial stuff. It feels like they're actually fighting, but just sped up and done with wonderful visuals and everything. So I absolutely love everything about how this encounter went down. And then on top of that, we have all of the character struggles, fears, emotions coming to the surface as a result of this happening.
I also want to bring up something that's really cool. Kishirika Kishirisu gave Rudius the eye.
Yeah.
Once Rudius used the eye on Orsted, he seemed to get afraid.
Right.
So there's a possibility that it's something where it's actually a physical aspect of beholding the being, and because the eye is from this world, that for a second there made Rudius afraid, because he was able to see this kind of distortion field of like jitteriness around Orsted, which is basically like the thing of where it's like maybe you can't predict anything, or it's the, oh god, this being is humming with raw magic power.
So the
I don't know, what do you think about that? Like
I love that. I did actually want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the technically correct interpretation of what happened, but it gave me the vibe that when he looked into the future, when he saw what Orsted did to him, that was enough. Just seeing it in the future and kind of vicariously experiencing it maybe was enough to cripple him.
Right.
Where it's just, oh fuck, like, oh god, he is going to pulverize me.
Oh, you mean when he actually then strikes Rudius after taking out
Eris.
And
yeah, and he does like that thing that doesn't feel like, it's not when he impales him and like rips his heart out or whatever, but like he does a thing that is probably when he like disrupted his lungs because he was trying to keep him from being able to cast, right?
Right. So yeah, Rudius looks up at him here,
and he does the future thing. He sees shit happening and being struck, and then he just freaks out, like
thinking that it's already happened.
Right,
basically.
and he starts like struggling, and it's like he can't breathe, he can't hear, and then Orsted actually makes contact.
Now, what I think might have happened there is that he actually moved too late. I'm going to bring up the idea that actually all those things just happened, and the final strike was after Rudius reacted.
Oh, sure, that would be crazy too.
It's the panic thing of all my senses just collapsed, basically.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, it's too late. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, before you die, give the man god a message. Dragon God Orsted is going to kill you.
Yep.
I just love
that's so badass.
I just love the idea that this guy is like, oh, fuck, another apostle. Okay,
right.
Well, I've got to kill him.
Yep.
By the way, when you go back to your master, because that's something I can't stop. Like, you guys are going to have some kind of conversation before you die.
Exactly.
But when that happens, let him know I'm coming for him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, this is like the
so
Lannisters send
cool.
their regards, but like, but yeah,
I just have to know. I have to know. Are we going to see Orsted again this season? I really want to. I really want to.
I feel like we're probably not, unless it's at like as the season ends, we just show him like separate from the characters, of just like where he is, like just some little thing to like touch base on everybody.
Sure. Okay.
But I gotta say, there have been a lot of stories that I've seen that have kind of touched on or teased at the idea of proxy god wars. I've never really seen them done, and I've never really liked them.
Yeah, same.
Holy shit, I am so excited for this.
Yeah.
Like, and it feels like it could actually do it. Like,
and I also love that it basically is a thing of where gods in this sense are not just beings of pure energy with no thought, will, or emotions or anything like that. No, I already kind of empathize a little bit with Orsted.
Totally. And that's something that's very difficult to do for beings of such phenomenal cosmic power, you know.
Because I don't think he's a being of phenomenal cosmic power necessarily.
Right, like he still had to
he's a being of like phenomenal world level power.
Right, he still had to use he just used his hands,
right,
but he still had to use his hands.
He had to use his hands, and Ruijerd held him off for more than 5 seconds.
Right, like
meaning he's not unlimited power level god.
Right, he is
just a level 20 adventurer. That's which is basically a god anyway, but you know.
But he didn't Dr. Manhattan just look at him and have him explode, right? Like that is not what happened.
Which means I actually want to know what Orsted's struggle is against the man god. I'm like,
I'm guessing it's just can't find the fucker. You know? He's hiding.
His apostles keep popping up in places, and I keep
playing whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole, popping them back down. And he's like, "Oh, what do you know? How lucky that one just came into my path right there."
I can't wait.
Actually, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that the man god is kind of pulling one over Rudius here, and wanted him to accidentally encounter Orsted? Even though he can't detect Orsted.
But if he knows that he's going into the region with we're looking at the map, Red Dragon Mountain range or something, right next to Dragon God's Hole.
Yeah, there's a possibility that he's like...
You're going into his backyard.
Yeah, I want him to go into his backyard and potentially encounter him. Because if he does, what this might do, and this could be really cool as a setup here, is that it turns Rudius naturally against Orsted. And
if he survives the encounter.
Well, that's the thing, though. We don't know if the man god was going to maybe try to heal him as well.
Yeah, it did seem like it was going to be some sort of like... Now, I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Because then it would have felt kind of too similar to ReZero, where you have some patron entity that's bringing you back.
Exactly.
And it's a choice of the character in the present situation and moment.
But think about it this way. What if Orsted didn't bring him back to life? What if, according to Eris, he just casted a spell, but it was the man god that brought him back to life? It's that Orsted knew that he would be brought back to life.
I think
that doesn't make sense.
No, I think that's too complicated.
Okay.
I think the simpler situation, the simpler solution is the better one, is the more likely one. It's the one that's presented by the show. We don't really have any reason to doubt it yet. Is there fuckery going on? 120,000%, right? What kind of fuckery is the real question? I could totally see it being something where, yes, that the healing spell that he did also put some magical tracker in him or whatever.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I want to bring up what Eris actually said, because I don't know if she knows necessarily... Oh, wait, no. Orsted does need to seem to actually use an incantation to cast, which means... Yeah, well, that woman said something, and that guy Orsted casting healing spell. Never mind. Dumb theory. Yeah, Nanahoshi. That name is going to be important. I can just tell. That's one that we're going to have to like make sure we keep in mind there.
Yeah. I also love how the names were given in this episode.
Yeah.
Because with the kind of stuff that's happening, there's no reason really for these characters to tell Rudius and co. their names. Because, they find out about the man god, even though Rudius is like, hey, hi, I'm Rudius, what's your name? You know, although he did say Orsted, but he didn't say, like, I'm the dragon god, right? But when he's like, send a message to the man god, dragon god Orsted, right?
Right.
You know, there you go, right? There's a good reason for how they come to know this information. And then as far as Nanahoshi, because, like, it's a little thing, but it would be awkward... It could be awkward in the story if we know that these characters exist, we see their designs, and we've seen them do things that attribute a bit to their character of like, oh, hey, Orsted, you forgot, you know, here's something I'm thinking about, but we don't actually have a name, right? Because then it's harder to have a placeholder for who that is.
Right.
So the fact that the name just comes up in the conversation of the two of them talking because they just killed everybody here, and, you know, it's like, there's no problem here, right? Then they are a bit more comfortable, you know, they don't care about if they get this information or whatever. I just, that's a little writing thing that I just really appreciate.
Yeah.
But... holy shit.
So, also, fun little thing. we were told a long time ago that there's only 3 types of magic and everything else is a subset branch of that,
true.
which means that technically speaking, Orsted summoned the front Wormgate. Like that's what that magic type has to be.
Right. Yeah, which makes sense. If you're conjuring a barrier, yeah.
Right. I just thought that's really cool. And I was just like, oh, right. There is no technical defensive magic.
Right.
You have attack, healing, and summoning. Which means that most defensive magic, you have to summon something.
You summon a defense, yeah.
Or you attack back with a thing that will...
Exactly. And, like, the whole Wormgate, thing, that gives me big Gilgamesh Ea vibes, but less narrative fuck you. Like,
yeah.
Like,
it has actual limitations.
It has limitations, and it serves to make things more interesting rather than just like, all right, let's end this conflict or whatever.
Oh my god. But okay. Yeah. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.